Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. So that'll back him up 5.
Now, ready? Check 53. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Carr to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a run with Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tim Williams able to run him down for a loss of a yard. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. Big hit.
brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score, Chiefs 3, Packers nothing.
Now, 180. Check 53. 3 butt. Check 43.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
The 6-yard line.
Now, 180. I got him. Later 2. It's up.
Now they'll throw with Carr. That's caught. It's Coleman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check 53 flat. Hey, team 6.
Now Carr gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Check 24, check 24. Shoot. Undercrutch. Wait. Go. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hayward. Come on, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the floor.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wildly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On second down, it's Coleman. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now, it's Coleman. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
He's checking him up. He's checking. Crash.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On the ready. Watch Mike. Rapid. You're out. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now Jackson to throw on third down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, it's Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Monday, down. 185. 637. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, pick it up.
Shotgun now for Carr. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Dwayne Smoot in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big pickup of 38.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
65. 65. Switch. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now it's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gay's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Easy work. It's easy work.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that.
Bad.
Super tough.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight down. There you go. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Slam.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. first down. They run again. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. David Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw his Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. That's complete. Bernard. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Bernard. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
At the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The toss play to Montgomery. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes left side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners
who
had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Niles Paul, the intended target, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Flush to his right. Now in desperation. And got his man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Throwing on first down is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this